On September 24th, German voters head to the polls in an election that determines whether Chancellor Angela Merkel remains at the helm of Europe's biggest economic power. This is what you need to know.
Firstly, parties to watch. To join parliament, a party must receive at least 5% of the popular vote.
The system was put in place to prevent smaller splinter parties, or far-right parties, from entering parliament, which has worked until now.
Currently, there are 4 party blocs represented: Chancellor Merkel's conservative CDU and its Bavarian sister party, the CSU, the center-left Social Democrats, led by Ms. Merkel's closest competitor, Martin Schulz, the Radical Left Party, and the environmentalist Greens.
There are 2 parties to watch that could overcome the 5% hurdle this year.
The pro-business Free Democrats, who lost their seats 4 years ago, and the nationalist anti-immigrant Alternative for Germany, the AfD, who could win seats for the first time. So what could happen?
Only once since World War II has a single party won an outright majority, so parties usually form a coalition. The coalition representatives then use their majority to elect the chancellor.
Ms. Merkel looks set to win a 4th term. She's enjoyed a stable lead in the polls, well above Mr. Schulz, and has steered clear of divisive topics, while joining Mr. Schulz in criticizing widely unpopular figures, like German car company executives and U.S. President Donald Trump. Observers say Mr. Trump has unsettled many Germans, pushing voters toward the stability that Ms. Merkel represents. Ms. Merkel's party is currently in a grand coalition with Mr. Schulz's SPD, and neither party is happy with that arrangement. So the key race to watch is for 3rd place.
The parties contesting it include the Free Democrats and the starkly different Greens.
If one of them does well, they'll have a good shot to be Ms. Merkel's next coalition partner and could pull her centrist government to the right or the left.
The Free Democrats want billions in tax cuts and a tougher line with Germany's EU partners. They've specifically criticized Ms. Merkel's handling of the latest crisis with Greece. The Greens want deeper EU integration, more resources for renewable energy, and a more liberal refugee policy.
2 other parties have the chance to be spoilers.
The Radical Left Party, who descended from East Germany's communists, could pull votes from the Greens or the SPD. And the populist anti-immigrant AfD could win over voters unhappy with Ms. Merkel's refugee policy.
The better those 2 parties do, the narrower are Ms. Merkel's options for forming a governing majority.
If neither the Free Democrats nor the Greens do well enough, she'll be forced to decide between 2 less palatable options: trying an unprecedented 3-way coalition with those 2 parties, or continuing her coalition with the SPD.